Hello and welcome to another Starcraft 2 video. So in this video, I will be doing another replay of a game. I'm in red, I'm a Terran, opponent is blue, Gain Bundy, um, he's in blue, he's a Protoss, I already said that, I'm sorry, kinda tired. Um, Anyways, this game is kinda me showing where I am at this point. I think that I have gotten better since my last couple of videos. I have played a lot more games. I'm almost even. I believe I have 39 wins and 41 losses. And I believe that I started at 10 wins and 27 losses. So I have been doing fairly well recently and kind of hoping to continue that. So I'm still not really used to this map. As you can see, my SCV is kind of just wandering around. And I did place the supply depot in the wrong spot. And I try to cancel that, but then I'm just like, you know what, screw it. I'll just finish the wall in with another supply depot eventually. In terms of my opponent, he's building a pylon here. He's not really doing anything, you know, out of the ordinary. Training probes in terms of his units. He has actually 12 probes. I have 11 SCV, so he's up on the probe count. And something that I did differently, I didn't actually put a barracks down as my second building. I already have a refinery going. Put a supply depot. I'm not sure why I did that. I really am not. I cannot really explain to you what went through my mind as as I did that. But I did end up doing that, and it delayed my barracks, and it also delayed my orbital command. But as you can see, I just started the barracks now, and I'm gonna keep pumping out SCVs. He's gonna keep pumping out probes, but as you can see, his gateway is gonna be built way before my barracks are built. So he's gonna have an early advantage in terms of units. However, he's not actually going to exploit that until later in the game. And at that point, because my economy was actually pretty good, I was able to catch up to him in terms of the economy and the units. So it was more even. So this didn't really affect anything that much. As you can see, I'm finishing up the wall in with another supply depot. This isn't ideal, but once again, I screwed up on the placement, and I am morphing this into the command center. He is, in the meantime, building a cybernetic core, kind of having a small wall in here. He's probably gonna put zealots at the choke, just in case I keep building stuff. And he did supply block himself there, so he actually wasted that chrono boost on those probes, which is an ideal, obviously. So I'm building a second barracks at the moment, and I have my second refinery up as well. And I keep pumping out SCVs. As you can see, I have 16 SCVs. He has 20 probes, but I also have a mule, which kind of evens out the economy a little bit. And I just started my third barracks. He, in the meantime, is still going with the one gateway approach. Actually, he started his gateway and his robotics facility, and he also put in another assimilator. Um, and as you can see, his economy and my economy are pretty much the same in terms of technology. I'm a little bit ahead in terms of, now I'm a lot ahead, and in terms of army, I'm also ahead, even though I don't really have that many units, but I am starting to pump out marauders. And once this reactor goes down, I'm also going to be pumping. I actually put double reactors up, so I'm going to be pumping lots of marines. And I also started on a factory and a starport as well. And I believe I put a reactor on this factory. I'm not sure if I did that actually, but I'm basically going for marines, marauders, medivacs, and MMM build, with a couple of siege tanks actually. No, actually, I put a tech lab there. Hmm. That's kind of a weird move by me, but pretty sure I wasn't going for a banshee harass, and I did supply block myself here. and I'm not really doing anything about that, and that's bad. There we go. Finally got one to get in there. So let's look at the units. He's way above on probes. This is to be expected. I'm not really uh, dropping down this mule for whatever reason. I'm kind of late on that. But right now, if I actually went in and attacked him, I'd probably win. He has 1 zealot, 2 sentries. I have 4 marauders, 5 marines. I don't do that. I try building up units. This is a mistake. I'm not really scouting him. He has another gateway up, and I guess he destroyed his robotics facility. He didn't want that. So I guess he's going for a 5 gateway approach now. So he's gonna 6. No, that's a pylon. Alright. And he has not actually upgraded that to a warp gate yet for whatever reason. In the meantime, I have my starport. I built a reactor there. I believe I haven't started researching siege tech yet, but I did get a siege tank out, and I am researching stimpaks. In terms of units, I'm actually catching up on SCVs. He stopped building probes. That's one of the problems, and he has a full chrono boost, basically. So that's one of the problems that Bronze League players such as myself do is we get tunnel visioned and we stop really producing units. And as you can see, my resource management is okay. It really is okay. As you can see, my opponent's is not. He's on 1,500 minerals and 500 Vespine gas. I'm keeping all of my resources below 100 generally. I'm not using that much Vespine besides for the siege tanks and I guess medivacs now that I started making them. And all my minerals are basically used to pump out marines and marauders. But once again, I'm supply capping myself, and actually I have 3 SCVs building supply depots. Right, so if we look at units, we will see that I could go in and win. Honestly, 19 marines, 2 siege tanks, 2 medivacs, 5 marauders versus 1 zealot, 6 stalkers, and 2 sentries. Really, I would easily win this. And that is something that my opponent really needs to work on. He has 5 warp gates up with tons and tons of minerals. I don't really know what he's doing. He's building stargates and he has 2 forges researching stuff. I mean, that's fine, but in the meantime you can warp in units. He's starting to do that now. He's warping in zealots. But because he was doing that, if I went in and attacked, I would have won. But I didn't, because I wanted to basically just build up a giant army and see what would happen. So I don't think that I attack. Yeah, obviously I don't attack until about the 14-minute mark, which is kind of late. I mean, it really is late. I should have put some early pressure on. I didn't. I basically have my siege tanks here. I should honestly put these in siege mode, and I think that's what I'm about to do now. Is I put them into position, yeah, and I put them into siege mode. Alright. So I do that. I still haven't expanded, which I really should have done a long time ago. He still hasn't expanded, and as a Protoss, you really want to expand early, and he didn't. He didn't really expand. Obviously not early, but relatively. And now I want you to pay attention to something. I roll out now, and this is obviously I'm in control. I keep my siege tanks here just in case, you know, he has a force somewhere else. I did do some scans, so I believe that I have. No, maybe I haven't. All right, never mind.
Research complete.
But see, as you can see, immediately when I started rolling out, my resource count just went way up to 1,000, and that's not good. I should keep building units. There's a lot of lag here for whatever reason. Sorry about that. But basically, this was a pretty even match. He needed some more. Honestly, if he had more zealots, which he could have easily had, considering how much stuff he had, he would have won that. He would have won that encounter. Uh, but he didn't have those units warped in, and you know that was just that was just him not really thinking about it. And here's my horrible micro. My Medivac is just sitting there taking all of that damage. I mean, I could have easily gotten him out of there. But once again, um, in terms of my actual leading up to the attack, I did pretty well in terms of resource management. I didn't really make any fatal mistakes. I built up a pretty good force, but against a good opponent, I would have obviously been slaughtered, you know. Anyways, we have some Void Rays, and they're really not ideal against Marines, considering that their beam, you know, takes forever to charge up. And this is where I destroy his base. I destroy the rest of his units. And then he actually sends all of his probes in to attack me, and he does succeed in the probes, but he does say GG, but he does succeed in the probes actually killing me, which is kind of interesting. But he warps in a couple of more units, he warps in some zealots, and then he says something funny. But obviously at this point now I start building units. As you can see, I queue up tons of units. I queue up 5 siege tanks and 4 medivacs, and he was saying probes attack, but I obviously have the siege tank, so he would really not do anything. And at this point, he gives up. So that was one of my that was my most recent match. Actually, it was one of my better matches. Oh yeah, he actually did come in and attack, and I had my siege tank. Anyways, that was one of my better matches, and I think that I did pretty well. I actually did have a command center here built that I did not yet expand to this point. Uh, but you know, um, I really should have expanded a long time ago. I should have really expanded at about the 9 or the 10 minute mark, when I could have easily expanded, but I didn't. But I still won, and at Bronze League this was sufficient to obviously give me a win. At higher levels, I would have probably lost because of those small mistakes. Not even small mistakes; they're actually pretty big mistakes. But uh, overall, this was a pretty good game. And don't get me wrong, I'm still terrible at Starcraft 2, but I'm hoping that I'm getting better. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.